So you're a coach, whether it's a life coach, business coach, career coach, executive coach, whatever it might be, and you want to connect with the right crowd before they even connect with your business, saying, I know what they're looking for, I know what that problem is, I know what that solution is, and I know I can make them an offer that will help them get the results they're looking for with the coaching that they desire. My name is John Cook. I'm the founder of Keynote Content. I'm a #1 best-selling author. I'm the creator of the Expert Message Method, and I want to share with you what I've learned working with over 1,100 different business coaches and consultants since 2017. This idea of customer journey mapping, you've probably heard of it before, like a customer journey map. This was really created by Ron Zemke and Chip Bell, were two of kind of the true masterminds behind this idea of a customer engagement experience. How to put together what another term is called the user journey map. Whatever the name might be, whether you call it a customer journey map, whether you call it a user experience, whether you call it a market pathway, we prefer market pathway. The whole concept is that it creates some type of plan or pathway that your ideal coaching prospects can connect with before they meet you, before they even know that you exist, and then they can see you know exactly where you want to take them to help them get the results that they're looking for through your coaching. So the first thing we're going to walk through over these next 10, 12 minutes, we're going to walk through these 7 stages of a market pathway, and from there figuring out here's how to really build this out for your coaching business so that the right prospects say, you are the one I want to work with, and I see you have a plan, and I want to follow you down that pathway. The first thing we want to start with is this idea of pre-aware. Now, again, with all these concepts I'm sharing with you today, this is what I'm standing on the shoulders of giants who have come before me, and me sharing with you what I've learned helping coaches like you. So this is not proprietary content for me, but this is me being able to share what I've learned and then really custom tailoring this into the coaching business. This idea of you start with this pre-aware. And what this is I like to say that this stage or this kind of phase is essentially, I know that there's something off with my life or my finances or my businesses or my parenting or my wellness or my mindset or whatever it might be. Something's off, but I don't know what it is. And in that kind of an angst of saying something's not quite as good as it can be. Now, pre-aware doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it could be better. This idea of saying, how do we take where am I right now? Let's say that this is the starting point, and how do I take and go this, even if it's just a little bit further, to whatever that next level is. And so on this, in each of these 7 stages that you have here, these 7 we're going to cover pretty quickly. There are this idea of what are you thinking, feeling, and doing, the TFD. What are they thinking, feeling, and doing? Before a prospect even knows what the exact problem is, they're thinking or feeling or doing something. This idea of, I know something's quite, I don't know, something's not quite right, or something could be better. And I'm thinking, gosh, could it be better? What am I missing? They're feeling like, I feel pretty good, or maybe I feel bad, but I want to feel decent, or at least normal. Or I feel great, but could things be just ethereal and just unbelievable? We're saying like doing it's going like, I feel like I'm stuck in the same thing, but there's something that I'm missing in day to day or in conversations or situations or decisions where I'm going, I think this could be doing something a little different. So what are they thinking, feeling, and doing when they realize something could be better in life? And that's when they start to get to that search. And that search is saying like, hey, I need to find out what is the problem. As Marie Forleo says, everything is figure outable. But this idea of saying, if I can identify what that exact problem is, then I can know, okay, that's where I can aim my attention and my energy towards whether it's looking for, maybe it's a book I need to purchase, or maybe it's a group I need to join, a community or whatnot. And this idea, especially for coaches, they're saying, a lot of coaches really are stuck saying like, hey, we focus on the problem, focus on the problem. There's a lot of groundwork that you can do to really connect with them before they're even aware that they have a problem. But the whole problem point is saying like, once I identify what is that problem that they're looking for, what is it that they're stuck where they're going like, I'm not even sure. And once they identify, I realize that things are out of my control, or things are going wrong with my finances, parenting, wellness, whatever it might be that your area of emphasis in, if they're saying, hey, I realize that I am carrying unnecessary weight. Let's say that you're in the wellness or fitness kind of that sector. They're saying like, okay, saying I'm carrying unnecessary weight. The problem is going like, it's not that I'm necessarily unhealthy per se, but I would love to have the energy that I desire. Okay. Problem is that you have this ideal wellness that you want to attain towards, or that next level of wellness, whatever that looks like. And that's the problem, saying I have this need to be more fit, have better wellness in my life. That's my problem. And the thing is, like, I've tried all these different solutions. And then they go from that problem saying, hey, the solution. What are the solutions that are out there? The solutions, and so they look for books. They're Googling for going into Facebook groups. They're talking to different LinkedIn. They're talking with their best friends, their neighbors, their partner, people that they know, saying like, hey, what worked for you? Or what is this idea? And so all these different solutions that are out there, it could be books. It could be a wellness class. It could be, again, we're just using fitness and wellness as an example here. It could be accountability. It could be some type of fitness, or like a boot camp or whatever it might be, or it could be some type of motivational, or maybe they're thinking, hey, somebody is saying, hey, you can achieve the wellness that you really desire just through meditation or whatever it might be. But then they come across a solution that really pushes through all of these, and it's wellness coaching. Maybe you're a trainer. Maybe you're somebody that's looking to connect with them and saying like, hey, let's start with your mindset first. And here's my problem. I see this problem is you want not just to lose weight, you want to be able to have a healthy lifestyle. You want to be able to have the energy you desire. You want to be able to have the different pieces in place so you can take a walk with your grandkids and not have to stop every 5 minutes just to catch your breath. Or you want to be able to dance the night away with your partner without worrying about my back, my knees, my ankle are killing me. I need to be able to move with ease and with as pain-free as possible. What you're doing is you're saying, okay, in this, each parts of these first three is creating content and engaging with your audience for saying like, hey, all three of these first three, there's a reason why there's a line here, is that all three of these are really intended on connect with them before they're even aware that you exist. This is about serving them well with great content, whether it's any type of other different ways that you're putting your message out there. You're answering questions on Quora, you're answering questions on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, wherever it might be, but you're given an idea of here's how I'm engaging with you from a content standpoint. I'm articulating your problem better than anybody else. I'm also showing you that all these different solutions, you can buy books. You can do these wellness seminars, you can do these boot camps, you can do this accountability, you can do all this motivational. It's saying, but if you need somebody to truly walk with you and champion this journey with you, this is the solution, wellness coaching. What you're doing is you're saying like, hey, I'm not ignoring all these other options, but I'm saying this is likely the best option for you if this. And so in each of these stages is saying, okay, pre-aware, saying what are they thinking, feeling, and doing before they're even aware of what the problem actually is. Once they identify what the problem is, then you're saying, how do I offer my solution as a clear solution, cutting through all the other solutions out there, not saying that they don't exist, not even ignoring them, in fact, even calling them out and saying these are solutions that a lot of people have tried and a lot of people have found success with that, but many people have not found success for these reasons. So when you put together this market pathway, you're saying, you're connecting with different clients saying, hey, have you tried all these other different things and saying, it's just not working for me. I've tried the boot camp. I've tried the diet plan. I've tried emptying out the pantry and rebuilding the pantry from scratch using nutrition and wellness. Or I've tried this, but it just doesn't work for you. The good news is that you're not alone. You're not the first person to struggle with that. In fact, you probably tried all these other different solutions and you're saying, but I just still don't have that energy, that lifestyle, that sense of wellness that I would love to experience in my life. But have you tried wellness coaching? And this is where we break across the line here into where it starts to be you with them. This first three out of these 7, this is all about them. But parts 4 through 7 of your pathway is about here's how we can do this together. Let's bring a little bit of brain science into this. The concept of oxytocin is one of the most powerful neurotransmitters or brain chemicals inside all of our brains. And this idea of saying we want to be connected with something bigger than ourselves. This idea of saying, what can we do together? So this is the same brain chemistry that is connected when Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech and about protests and manifestos and declarations of independence that's saying, what can we do together that's extraordinary that none of us by ourselves can do by ourselves. It would just be ordinary. But what we can do that's extra, that's extraordinary beyond us. So this idea of saying we want to help them be expert aware. And the expert aware part really ties into, they're saying the solution, I know about, they might not even be aware of wellness coaching, but saying like, but who's a good wellness coach that I can trust? Who's somebody that I know really will have my back, be walking with me, championing me, giving me the tough love, and also saying like, I don't expect you to be a machine, you are human. The whole point is saying you want to position yourself as saying, I have the pedigree, which is a term not typically ascribed to a lot of different industry experts. But what is the documentation, certification, the education that you have that says I know that I have the training, but also you have the expertise, because anybody can get training, but I've met some lousy doctors. I want to know that somebody is actually an expert in the craft. But it's saying you don't just have the training, you don't even have just a skill set, but saying have you actually put those those skills and that education to use to get actual results. So pedigree, expertise, results. Think about as people connect with you, is it obvious that you have the education, you have the expertise, and you have the results to get them what they're looking for? When they say, I need a coach, I know wellness coaching or finance or whatever your industry or niche is, and I know you can help me go where I need to go next. And then from there, it's saying, I love Nicholas Kusmich, good connection, somebody that I've worked with for a while here. He talks about making that Godfather offer. If you're familiar with the movie The Godfather, make him an offer they can't refuse. That's probably a bad Italian mob boss impersonation, but that's my best at this point. But the whole point is saying you want to make him an offer they can't refuse. Now that's Nicholas. His name for is the Godfather offer. Amazing, great guy. This idea of saying you really want to make them an offer that is irresistible. This idea of saying, I know what this offer is going to do, I know what it's going to communicate, and here's what it looks like to take you again. Take you from the dot down here to here. This is where your offer bridges their current reality to their new reality or their future reality. And then from there, inside that offer, you're saying, here's where we're going to go, here's what it's going to look like, here's what you can expect, and here's why each of these parts matter. Is this for you? And then you make that offer and you let them decide if they're ready to say yes to that. It's not about over convincing them. It's not about shaming them. It's never about pressuring anybody who's not ready to say yes, because then when they say yes, they're saying yes to themselves. They don't have to say yes to you. They're saying yes to what you can offer, your expertise, your results, your education that helps them go where they really want to go. That offer needs to be an absolute no-brainer. How could I not say yes to this right now type of offer? But then we go into these last two are so key and overlooked. You've heard of the buyer's remorse, saying, hey, you can take the car, drive it for the weekend, bring it back if you don't like it on Monday. You get into that car saying, wow, I just dropped a lot of money on this car, or I just purchased this house. Did we make the right decision? Did I really want this car? Did I pay too much? What if I wanted that other car? And you start to second guess, right? And a lot of coaching prospects will do that. They'll say, I'm not sure if this is the right fit for me. I'm not sure if this is where I'm going for. I don't know. And so from there, it's saying, how do you, as a coach, somebody who's just signed up for your offer, how do you show and help them know you made the right choice? It's not just showing them testimonials, but it shows, okay, once they sign up for your offer, how do you then show them, here is exactly how you'll know that we're on the pathway to success for this specific offer. So again, we talk about your overall market pathway. You actually have a separate, more specific pathway or way that you can help people know for that offer, here's how to make that, here's how to track our success and measure results right away with each step of this coaching program. If it's 8 weeks, saying, hey, okay, at the end of week 1, we're going to know this. Week 2, you're going to have this deliverable. Week 3, you're going to have this exercise. Week 4, you're going to have this transformation that you can be able to document and say, here's how it's measurable and here's how it's relatable. Saying, it's not just, hey, we did this, but for this purpose. And it's going to relate to the overall purpose of why they even signed up for that offer in the first place. So you validate that offer. You say, you do checkpoints along the way. You do calls, you do emails, you do gifts. You check in with them, give them a chance to also check in with you. They're saying, what if I have questions? What if I get stuck? How many different coaching prospects have come and they've said, you have, I signed up with this coach and it was, 3, 5, 10, 20K offer. And I got into it and it really felt like it was just me having to figure this out on my own. They said, oh, you can send us messages, but then I get stuck on this Zen desk or this some type of live chat, whatnot, that doesn't feel live. It doesn't feel it's customized. It doesn't feel like they really are there to help me succeed. They're there to basically grab my purchase order. That's that gut punch. Oh my God. Like, how could you do that? For you to make a difference is saying give them a clear way to know that you are there for them every step of the way. That not just validates their purchase decision to say yes to you, but it validates that you are actually there to serve them. Because who cares what offer you make if you don't actually care about serving them? If you're not going to care about serving them, get out of the coaching business. Go get a job. If you actually care about serving people, make an unbelievable offer and then deliver and deliver and deliver that with so much excellence so they can't stop raving about you. And that gets to our last part here, what I call advocacy. What's the pathway to go from somebody where it's an absolute, they really don't know you at all. They don't even know that they need coaching. They're a complete stranger. They're not even aware of the coaching that you need to offer. That's even an option. How do you go from that to somebody who is advocating, saying like, I tried all these different things, all these different books, accountability, groups, motivational, all these other different things, tried to do it on my own. But when I got the coaching from you, it completely unlocked the life I really wanted to live, and I can't stop raving about it at the happy hours, at the Thanksgiving table, at all these different ways in which people can connect and share your message and what you did for their lives and for their transformation with them. That is the advocacy. And it also gives them a chance to say, okay, this is what I call the testify section. Video testimonies are powerful. Written testimonies can be just as powerful, but I love video as much as possible because it captures the nonverbal language and it's so amazing. But then from there, it's saying like, hey, give me a rating. Tell me how can I do this better? And then it's the ask for the Trojan horse. Now, if you're familiar with Greek mythology, it's the idea of Troy that was attacked. And I'm a little rusty on all the names and whatnot, but essentially, Troy was attacked. And when the Greeks pulled out and they went away back across the sea, they actually tricked and they left this massive wooden horse. It's kind of like a tribute to the gods, as it were, to help them with the journey across the sea back to Greece, back to Athens, as it were. But what they did is they actually hid around the point, and inside this giant wooden horse, I'm sure I'm butchering the history on this, but essentially inside this giant wooden horse were all of these soldiers. And so the people of Troy brought that massive wooden horse into the city as kind of a celebration, had an amazing day, a lot of wine flowing, everybody goes to sleep completely hungover. Middle of the night, people came out and they said, actually, here's what we did. You actually brought us in to be able to, and they actually ransacked the city. So in this case, situation may be a terrible example, but the whole point is that there's this idea for you to say, who do I know can help share my name inside different trusted circles that I know if I can just get inside the door, I can help share here's the value what it is. So it's really the opposite of what actually happened with Troy. You're actually bringing in a gift, but somebody's actually getting you in the door ahead of time, somebody that you trust, somebody you got great results for, and you know that you can help get other people the results that they're looking for inside that same group. So whether it's a mastermind, whether it's a coaching program, whether it's any other type of things inside some type of organization or association, saying who can help bring me in, get me in the front door, I can share the value, I can help even more people with their testimonial riding with me, and I don't have to try to go through on my own. So if you're looking to say, how do I really build out this market pathway? How do I really get this out and put together so that people can know, here's exactly how I understand your problem. Here's exactly all these other different solutions that are out there, but here's how I know I can help you get where you really want to go, and taken all the way from a complete stranger who doesn't even know that you need this to the actual advocacy of what you're looking for, saying like, these are clients who will keep sharing my name, who will keep giving great content out there, help me given a chance to help more people with my message. So as you're going through all this, you say, John, I don't know, I feel stuck. I'm not even sure where to get started. What you can do is you can go to workwithjohncook.com, you can fill out the form, we'll hop on a call, we'll talk about where you're at with your coaching business, where you want to be with connecting with different prospects, and again, I give you just very much 15-minute just run through with, hey, here's all the content, here's where we're going, here's what you can expect, but I want you to know this is a chance for you to connect with more people if you do this the right way, and I can help you take that step together. Workwithjohncook.com, fill out the form, or hop on a call, we're talking about your coaching program and how I can help you put together your market pathway to connect and serve more people. If you love what I shared today, if you're saying like, hey, got a lot of value out of it, click the like, subscribe, share button, share this with a colleague, somebody you know, maybe you know somebody you know has a struggling coaching program that like, I don't even know how to get this going, I want to be a coach, I'm not even sure what to do with this. Share this with them, help them know that there is hope for the future, and for now, make it a great day. Catch you next time.